What's up? Who else can't sleep? Man, I gotta look all the way over here to check the chat. It's a lot of work. Oh man, I'm like sitting on my headphone cable. Alright, that's better. Whoops. I think it's going to happen is this is going to be two parts. So this whole situation is going to be stationary, and then maybe her arm is going to come up. She's going to be talking, so yeah, it means I need another layer. Usually what I do is anything that's going to move, I do it in all caps so I can see it at a glance. You want to be able to spot shit quickly in this node editor. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a master peg. Master pegs. Master peg. So one thing about me, I'm super meticulous about how this looks because I need to be able to zoom out and just know what I'm looking at. I always like to do this too. I can stay. This can go. Thinking I have this set up right. I think I do. Right. Let's see. I'll find out. Coming along nicely, thanks, man. The head is done. Like the head is fully rigged. I'm just kind of doing a lip sync test. So I figured if it's gonna be a test, why not just make it like a full scene that I can make into a thing that I can post on Twitter and stuff. I think I may have figured out my space issue that I was having last stream. Gotcha. The only thing is I gotta look all the way over here to see the chat, which is, I guess, better than not being able to see the chat. Alright. The trick is to not make this shit look like a rig. Shit. I do that all the time. The reason that happened is because I have this and play on the same button, on the same keyboard shortcut. Don't really have an explanation as to why. It's just the way that it is. What is this music from? Thought about Twitch chat via mobile phone or phone tablet. I've got an older laptop, but lack of desk space for it. Man, it takes up so much space to like just do it where I was concerned about the audio, so I have a big microphone here. I don't know if it's in the camera, but like I just have like a tiny corner desk, so I feel like every piece of equipment I own is on this desk right now in order to stream. Kind of figured it out. It'll work for right now, but I gotta figure something out. Get a bigger desk or come up with a more portable setup. If you hear me smashing the keys, I save like every 6 seconds. That is my advice. If I can impart any wisdom. I don't like this line. Let's redo that line. Put this on my tombstone. Save every 6 seconds. Shit. See, there's so much shit on it. I keep bumping the desk. I'll figure this out. Oh, X versus Zero. Is it like X5, I think? I think X5 might low-key be good. It's kind of shitty because it's, you know, X6 and X5 are kind of not good, but I think they might not be terrible. X5 is where it originated, yes. X5 has a better story than X6. I like to this day, even I have it on. I have collection on like 2 different systems, and I have not played X6 yet. Just the idea that like X has Zero's sword and Zero's just not in it. That never sounded interesting to me. I think one day I'll do like a big marathon playthrough of all the games and check it out. You are missing much? I remember, like, I could be wrong. I remember that game looking like JPEGs, like Photoshop 6 JPEGs type graphics and stuff, where like nothing was animated. It's just like still images coming after you and stuff. Oh, Zero's playable? I have to check it out. I don't like... One of the things I don't like about the modern X games is the weird bulky armors. I kind of just want to play as like Blue Mega Man. As crazy as that is. Like, I don't mind, like, I don't mind the armor in the first 2 X games. But I think after that it kind of got crazy. Where he's just like a giant tank thing that can air dash. Yeah, I love those. I love those fucking anime cutscenes. Give me a PS1 anime cutscene, and I'm good. One of the things I like about X4 and Mega Man 8 is like to me it feels like you're playing kind of like a B tier anime series from the 90s, like a giant season. It's even sort of like split up narratively like it. Man, it's late. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's all good though. I went to sleep. What happens is I go to sleep at like 9:30 and wake up now, and then stay up for a couple hours and go back to sleep. I recommend it. Is this Bravely Default or is this Octopath Traveler? Both really good soundtracks. Ultimate Armor and X is still best armor. Oh, true. At least you got some sleep. Yeah. It's kind of bad though, because if I need to do something after work, I'm kind of like spent. I'm kind of like I have to do things during waking hours, and after that, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm like, oh, it's so late. Audio is unfamiliar. Let's check. Decisive Battle, Octopath Traveler. I can't decide if I like the way that game looks or not. I kind of have a biased opinion on pixel graphics unless they're like super good. Oh, you know what? I like inked her entire arm. This shit's not supposed to be inked. Inked. I have not played this game, but I like its soundtrack. So you have to get a full 10 to 12 hours under your back this week. Missed that part. Yeah, sleep is a must. Yeah, I've gotten to the point, especially since it's like quarantine and I can do it. I just sort of like, if I'm tired, I sleep. But I had to learn that the hard way after many years of not sleeping. Man, there was a time, I had a night job. There was a time where like I would be off on, I think I'd be off on Sundays and then have to work on Mondays. So what I would do is like I would have my Sunday, like my day would be off and then I would stay up all Sunday and then, no. You know what I would do? Is I would have my Sunday and then stay up on Monday and then go to work on the same day and like not sleep and have like a 24-hour day and just do it like it was nothing. Because I wanted to have like a double day. And that's just like a crazy thing you can do when you're in your 20s. That like, I would die. I would explode into powder if I did that now. It's crazy to even think about. Game art style harkens back to super old school. Yeah, it's not that I don't like the way it looks. It's just I don't, the 3D layering of it bothers me for some reason. I can't put my finger on why. What am I doing? Oh, you know what? I didn't. I don't have any colors for her like outfit and stuff. Let's figure that out real quick. Let's see if I can pull this out and not knock this whole thing over. There's like so much shit around me. Okay. Yeah, in your 20s is doable. 30s onward. Man, I feel like the day I turned 30 was the day I was not able to do that anymore. It's like your class changes or something. I meant job class, like in RPG, not like real life class. I like Toon Boom a lot, but I think its biggest weakness is just like doing what I'm about to do now, where you have to like have this pre-made color palette before you can just start to mess around. Like, you know, if this was Flash, I could just like fill this real quick and get to what I'm doing really quick, just to have a color there. But this, I kind of have to stop and figure it out because I kind of need it to continue. Yeah, the post 30 issues. After 30, you'd be like, my knees. Like, what the fuck happened? That's what happens to me. You stop being superhuman. I used to do shit like when I was in college, we would go to the basketball court and there was like two fences. Like, it was one fence, but it was split like this. And so what I would do is I would like run up the side of the wall and like flip over just because that was a thing I could fucking do. And like I was walking around and I had to like manually climb over like a wooden fence that was real low. And I was thinking about that. I was like, man, remember when I was like in my 20s and I could fucking backflip over this shit? Messes with the overall flow, I take it, yeah. Like, man, you know what I did is like, I screwed up my knees painting murals. Back when I was in Maryland, I used to do a lot of murals, and that you'd have to crawl like physically on your hands and knees to paint them. And I wouldn't wear any. They have like those cups you can wear on your knees to protect them. And I was like, fuck that! I'll just make a painting. And like now my knees are fucked up like I played sports or something. It's messed up. I'm like, I got a raw deal. So what sucks about this is the way I do my shadows, I'm going to have to jump back to Photoshop to get the shadow pass. But should be good with flats. You always have this point in animation where you're like, should I just use straight black? Everybody's always afraid to just use solid black, but it creates so many problems if you have a lot of black in your backgrounds. So it's like, are you going to commit to the black and deal with it in the background phase? Or are you going to make, like, I don't know if you can tell, Jubilee's hair is not black. It's kind of this off blue. I did that because I wanted you to be able to see her eyelashes. Because I was like, yo, I went through all this trouble to give her like these really specific eyelashes. I want you to see them. Same thing with her lips. She's wearing like lipstick. And like if you look real close, the outlines are kind of this blue color. So I say all that to say, I'm trying to decide, do I want her like bodysuit to be solid black, or do I want to just use the blue? Damn, I see. Like, yeah, what's cool about head rigs is you can put all this detail in them. I'll show you her head rig real quick. It's kind of, I wanted her highlight in her glasses. Like, it kind of looks weird because it's not rendered. But let's see. This looks insane. Like, everybody sees the node editor and freaks out. This looks ridiculous right now, but it's not as crazy as it seems. This is basically just like layers, but like instead of having like stacks of layers, I can do like trees of layers, and it looks insane. But like I know what this is all. Like I know what's going on in all this. So I mean, I think I know. Her the shine. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. So if you look, the shine in her glasses can move. It's like got like this mask. So there's this thing you could do whenever she does a head turn. You can have the shine go the opposite way, and it gives it like a really nice effect. And it kind of looks fucked up now, but if you render it, go to render view, you can see it's like in the outline. And things like that are why I like Toon Boom, and just the fact that this is like a built-in, like it's a rig head, but instead of being like made of shapes and stuff, it's made of drawings, and I could kind of just like fake it, if that even makes sense. It seems insane and a lot more complex than it actually is, but this is just a more organized version of what you can do in Flash, I guess. But the learning curve is a bitch. That's the only thing. It took me a long time to understand all this fucking spaghetti happening on the right side of the screen. So I'm gonna turn on this fan. Hopefully it's not gonna make the microphone insane. I'm sure it's fine. Fool's eye makes sense. Man, now that I do this shit, every cartoon is using rigs, at least a rig head. Like Rick and Morty is all rigs. If glitch text isn't all rigs, I'd be surprised if it isn't. I can tell some of it is 2D, like hand drawn, but most of it looks like rigs. I was like, wow, look how good that rig head is. What was I doing? I'm trying to color her jacket. Yeah, I guess I could figure out her colors later. It's not important. You know who's really good at doing rigs are children's shows. Their rigs are incredible. Shit. How many times am I gonna do that? Whoops. I think I'm just gonna make it black. And I like being able to see like the blue lines against the black. I think that looks cool. We'll get this terminology. The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, right. Like, I'm at the point where I can't watch a TV show and be like, oh my god, look how good they did that. You know what? That yellow is not bad. I just eyeballed that. You know how much of my day is spent, like, staring at colors and trying to decide what shade of yellow. This is temporary. Not bad, not bad. So then what you do is this hand, your hand draw that part. Glad you aren't colorblind, me too. That would be an issue. I honed my skills working at Michael's in custom framing and having to pick color mats for a living for a long time. Gave me the innate ability to look at colors and figure out what combinations go good with them. And I'm only half joking when I say all that. I don't think I need this anymore. I'm OCD about this node editor. I don't want any clutter in this because, like I said, you go in here and it's like, what? Yeah, so on the outside, I like this shit clean. Because what'll happen is I'll not touch this for a month and I'll come back in here and be like, what the hell is all this? I can't tell if nobody is talking in the YouTube chat or if it's just not working. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That mouse doesn't work for this computer. I told you, every machine I own is on this setup right now. Yeah, I don't think anybody's in there. Just Twitch. I'm gonna try to be hella professional and not belch. It's hard. I'm drinking a sparkling water. Hold on. Alright. Through the magic of technology, I've saved you from that belch. Yo, this game just came back. I have to rebuy it. I hate that I even said that sentence. But man, you know what? I had it over here on this Xbox, and I deleted it by accident. And I wanted to like jump off a cliff because I was like, ah. Looking to that setup later this week, yeah. That is what's up. I need to upgrade mine. I really need to get a new computer. This computer has seen some shit. It's like in the anime where people use the old mech, but it's powerful because it's old. Not this thing though. I think I built this thing in like 2011, so it's probably time for upgrade. I get really meticulous about the outlines. I feel shit. How many times am I going to do that? I think it's my monitor, but I keep seeing this as a black line, and it's not. So I have the good monitor for video games, which is fine. I should probably switch these two. Need sleep first. So wait, are you actually gonna go to? I figured you were at work. Are you actually gonna go to sleep? Year of the Brawlers is doing rather well. Minus Toads. We'll talk about that game. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta buy a bunch of games. It's like they just keep releasing games one after the other, and I can't catch a breath. Is this a cover of Gambit's theme? That's fine. That's fine. The council will allow it. All right, let's figure out this arm. Theme of Gambit, yeah. It's a credit card. What am I doing? You know what? I don't like animating red on top of red. Let's switch to blue. So what I want, I got a whole like line of lip sync that I'm gonna do. That's, I don't even know where I don't remember where I got the audio from. Whatever it is, but I want her hand to come up because she's like saying something. And I think people get afraid of shit like this when they have to do it by hand. But it's like 4 drawings, maybe 3. You could get away with 3. I might do 4 just because it's like a test thing. I don't know. After I draw the first 2 hands, I might not want to draw anymore. Let's see what happens. So, like, we got the layout right. So some of the work is done for us. So I just sort of use this as my starting point. Timeless classic, yeah. We can turn this off. Just arm. Let me do some shit first. Let me do some. I need to extend these frames all the way. It's always annoying when you're working and then like the body just disappears or something. Man, I play so much BB Tag, I cannot listen to this. This isn't bad. I hear that music and I click into a mode where I'm like, ah. It's time to win neutral. Let's start thinking about combos and shit. trying to do like less lines and shit. Oops. Trying to make this match the other arm. You're probably not even going to see this lower arm, so the bottom can stay shitty. Kind of don't like this either. I don't like this whole situation. Let's just fix this. Alright, let's see if I can scoot up and not knock all this over. Alright, I did it. I'm trapped here though. I can't ever leave this desk. I think that's fine. We don't have to get fancy. Oh no, did I do this on the last? Fuck, okay. It's like, get to the keyboard, I have to... there we go. This page template should not be in here. Alright, let's try something. Let's see if I get rid of it, if it doesn't mess me up. Thank God. I'm not even gonna get into why I was worried for a second. It's just issues with the color palettes. The one thing I really don't like about Toon Boom. Man, let me put this back up here. For like 2 hours. Like, I feel like MODOK from Iron Man. Trapped in a metal chair. Alright. I don't like this cover. Can't even tell you why. So I think most people would like do their keyframes first, like do the full thing where like you do all 4 frames with the hand like this first. But I like to, if I'm gonna in between something that's hand drawn, or I have to like draw frames from scratch, I like the in between from like clean frames. And it doesn't really add or subtract time because you got to do it anyway. I think it just throws people off when I do it sometimes because it's so out of sequence to like stop in the middle of drawing to ink one part and then go back to like drawing rough. One thing that sucks about this Cintiq I have here compared to my work one is I lost the button on my I don't know if you can see this, but so I can't right click with my pen, and it's kind of a weird pain in the ass. I have to stop and right click with the mouse. Oh no, don't crash, don't crash. Shit, I think it's gonna crash. I think I like just saved. Are you crashing? I think it's crashing, hold up. I'm prepared for, yeah, it's crashing, fuck. So, Toon Boom just crashed, and now I gotta redo this arm. It's not the end of the world, though. You know, unfortunately, I'm used to this shit. It's not my first rodeo. Now, as long as this body and all this stuff is still here, I don't mind having to redo that arm. Toon Boom does crash. I have a lot of shit running. Well, a lot. I have Chrome, OBS, Spotify, and Toon Boom. So I don't know if that counts as a lot, but Toon Boom does crash. Not as much as Flash, but it does. And that is why I save every 6 seconds. So let me just make sure everything is copacetic. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, that's why I save like every 6 seconds. Let that be a lesson to ye. But for some reason, sometimes moving these, like grabbing these keyframes and sliding them around will cause Toon Boom to crash. I was gonna say will cause Toon Boom to flash, which isn't incorrect. Like, as ridiculous as that just was, this is still like way better than Flash. If this were Flash, I would have to redraw this whole thing or something. Like you'd lose like 3 hours of work and shit. All right. Still got her palette, right? Okay. Oh man, I love Tekken 5. Tekken 7 is great. But like Tekken 5, I don't know what it is about that game. I think it's because I had like a terrible job, but I could play PSP all night. And I played like so much Tekken 5. It had like fake online where you could play like it gave you the feeling of playing online without actually being online because it was like NPCs. That was like Tekken combat training. Man, I went to a Tekken 5 tournament back in Maryland. And I played, I think I used to play Julia. Was it Michelle or Julia? I think it was Julia. And I was nasty with her because she's kind of complex. And I went there and like I had never done, I'm a little bit more experienced with tournaments now. I went there and wasn't familiar with the concept of sandbagging. So this guy comes up to me and he's like, yeah, you wanna play some matches before the tournament starts? And I'm like, yeah. So he plays oh, are you crashing them? I don't remember who he played. He played somebody like Nina or somebody. And we went like back and forth, but after a while I started like rocking him. I was like, haha, I got this tournament. And it was like a local where like the pot was like maybe I'd win like 50 or 60 bucks or something. So the tournament starts. This guy picks Steve Fox and like sweeps me. And then I don't know if you're familiar with Steve Fox, but he does this thing where he doesn't let me off the ground because he can like do this like down uppercut thing. So he doesn't let me up and like wins all the matches like that. And I was kind of like, fuck, I let him sandbag me. And my wife was so mad. Like, I was kind of like, shit, I didn't peep what was happening. It was kind of like, damn, oh well. My wife was like so mad. She was like, God damn it, it's cheap as fuck. And I was like, let's get out of here. But yeah, Tekken 5. Man, I'm like, I gotta draw now. I gotta figure out what to do with her hand. I'll make her point. Oh, excuse me. I love the fact that she's a vampire, but I'm gonna give her these like chunky cartoon fingers. Like, fuck drawing fingers. I'll tell you what, look at pause any anime where their fist is balled up, where it's not like during a sword fight or something, and look at how they draw the fists. I'm like, I'm not drawing fists correctly anymore. Like, for real, like, anime draws fists like, it'll be like, and you don't even notice it. Like, it'll be like, and it's like totally cool. I was like, I'm working too hard, obviously. Like, what's wrong with his thumb? Man, you know what? I had that reference image over here, and I was like, I don't need that anymore. I don't think she wears gloves. Does she wear gloves? She does. I don't know. Let's just give her gloves, because why not? Who doesn't wear gloves? You might be thinking, how do you just magically know where to float the hand to have her do that? And the answer to that question is I don't. Because what I'm about to do is take advantage of the fact that this is digital and not paper and figure it out right here. So what I'm doing is like, I'm acting it out, and I'm paying attention to how close my finger is to my face. So what I'm realizing is that her hand would actually come up a little farther than her shoulder. People don't know this shit, but sometimes at work, I'll run to the bathroom just to use a mirror and like do a pose in the mirror and memorize it and run back to my desk. Well, this is back when we used to be like in a fucking office, but I wasn't in full hermit mode. Maximum hermit. Max Herm. So you're like this. The forearm is actually going to come closer to your body to make that. So I'm kind of like half drawing her coat and half not. I just sort of want to make sure the arm is going to look like it's in there. And even though I like acted it out and the hand went up really far, this looks kind of high to me. Educated guesswork, no doubt. Gonna crash for like an hour or two. Catch you later. Yeah, for sure, man. Get some rest. Definitely. I'm happy to hear that you're sleeping and not at work. This is like how much. This is so much of what I do. For everything is just sort of like draw it first and then just place it simply because I can. I guess her sleeve would be like that or something. Oh shit. I don't like these covers. Hold on. Mega Man must be spinning in his grave. This is like the soundtrack to every fighting game training video. Like, hi, welcome to How to Do Hadoukens. Make sure you smash that like button. Yeah. There we go. Ready. I'm spending way too much time on this arm. Thinking way too hard about this arm. You're probably not going to see half of this under the edge of the screen. Let's get this arm over with. Ugh, her hand might be ginormous. Hold on, let's fix her hand. A few minutes ago, it was like more hand. It's better. Like, what bothers me about this? You know what it is? It's this cuff. Secret to drawing good is the willingness to sit here and like erase some shit over and over again. And be like, wait a minute, what is this? People assume that like when you see a professional drawing that looks perfect, that person just did it perfectly off break on the first try. I mean, I'm not saying that like people aren't doing that, but generally. Shit. There's something about this I really don't like, and I can't put my finger on what it is. I cannot figure it out. And it's one of those things where I might just be overthinking it. So let's just move on. You know, this is a lot of thought put into a hand for a lip sync test. It's all good though. So let's just see how this looks. Now, one of the things, shit, you gotta be careful with this, is because this layer is under everything, so her hand's not going to be able to overlap unless we get complicated and make like another layer and shit. So during this move, we're going to just make sure we avoid any overlap. I think I'm going to do one thing to this. One thing. Yeah, I think I like that better. So here's the thing. She's gonna snap into this pose, so we'll do like the overshoot, but this is gonna be like one in between these two drawings. You don't need a lot of drawings. You guys are over animating in 2020. But it's like 4 a.m. I think I'm gonna like do the cleanup lines in this fist hand and call it a night. And maybe pick this up tomorrow. I think I've kind of been working on this Jubilee all day. It's wild. It's wild to get into that mode. To be honest with you, I'd like more detail on like her coat and stuff, but yeah, I didn't do like an actual character design. You ever had that moment where like you just realize you're tired and it hits you? You're like, ah, that's what just happened to me. So I'm gonna draw this hand and call it a night. This finger, what's up with this sausage finger? Let's fix that. Let's at least make it a little bit more finger-like. I don't like this little bump right here. Yo, Sean Tate, what's up, man? Yeah, Scott Pilgrim, man. That game, they just released it. They just released it. We get to buy it again. What's going on, man? What are you doing awake at 4 a.m.? I guess, well, no, it's like, let me think. In Maryland, it's 4, 5, it's like 6 or 7 for you, maybe? I keep forgetting about the time difference. Yo, this is a game I have not played yet. I have it on my hard drive. I have not touched it. And I'm kind of flabbergasted. But there's a new Mega Man game I haven't played. Crazy. Alright, I said I was gonna go to sleep, but I think I want to in between this, like right now. I think I'm gonna do two drawings. Or maybe I'll start this and then be like, no, I'm going to bed. Sorry. But that's what happens. That's how you end up drawing until like 6 a.m. Because you'd be like, I'm going to sleep. But first, let me draw this one thing. And you look up and it's 7 a.m. You're like, oh no, I'm an adult. I have to go to work. Now, I was saying that earlier though. I haven't like stayed up until 4 a.m. I went to sleep and then woke up. And it's been a reoccurring thing where I go to sleep at like 9 o'clock and then wake up at like 2 a.m. and stay up and do this. There's something about this fist and hand that looks ridiculous to me right now, but I don't have the marbles to figure it out, so I'm gonna do this straight down the middle. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid like overlap, even though I could probably get away with it right here. It probably wouldn't be a big deal. Here's a game I haven't played. Shit. I've been doing that all night. I don't know if you caught that earlier, but my the button I use to pan, the space bar, is the same thing as the play. And so every once in a while I'll try to do this and hit play by accident. I think this is just gonna be one. This might end up looking This might end up looking jank. We shall see. This is kind of a weird pose to resolve, but it happens so fast nobody's gonna like be able to stop and scrutinize how weird this like hand flap thing is. Unless they look at it frame by frame. Unless they look at it frame by frame. She's kind of a meaty hand right there. Meaty arm. many times will I do that tonight? Forgot to draw this like armpit line. Remember when I said I was going to bed? How long ago was that? What time is it? 4:11. Yeah, I think I actually am gonna stop in a second. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ink this hand, and then I'm done. Famous last words. Oops. I wonder how many times I've done that. I'd love to make like a super cut every time I've done that. Let me check something real quick. Just wanted to make sure the stream was actually still functioning. Let us switch the music. That'll work. So I think she could use like another drawing between these two. But I could probably get away with that though. Like if I was in a hurry and I was like, I don't have however long it's gonna take me to do that, I would probably just do it on threes like this. You know, that's good enough if you're in a rush. Yeah, but I think I'm done for now. So if anybody's still watching, I appreciate you sticking around, hanging out. And I'm probably going to do this a lot more, mostly on like YouTube and stuff. And probably at this time of night, I'll try to do it during like regular hours. But usually during regular hours, I'm either at work or like recovering from work. So this is kind of my space when I work. So yeah, I'll catch you guys. I'll see you around.